So welcome to On the Blue Line. I am the founder of On the Blue Line and the host of the On the Blue Line podcast. I'm so glad that you found us here. I just want to take a moment to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we're doing. Our mission is empowering law enforcement officers in their personal lives. So what does that look like? How does that happen? What is our goal? What are we actually doing here? Well, the words we like is honor, empower, educate, and defend. That's what we're here to do. We want to honor law enforcement. We want to honor what they're doing. We want to empower them by giving tools and resources and encouragement, which we do a lot of that through our podcast and through some of the videos and so forth that we're doing. We want to educate. We want to educate not only law enforcement officers, but also the general public. The On the Blue Line is brought to you by active duty law enforcement officers. So what we have the advantage of doing is letting you know about law enforcement from an actual law enforcement perspective, from those who are currently doing the job. So that's part of the education part of what we do. And then lastly, defend. Defending what law enforcement officers are out there doing each and every day. Not defending the wrong, not defending the things that they shouldn't be doing, but defending the right and bringing the attention to the right things that they're out there doing each and every day. So, if you would do me a favor, I got just a few things that I'd like you to do for me as soon as you're done watching this video. Go to wherever you stream your favorite podcast. If your first question is, what is a podcast? Well, that's a good question, but most companies have some sort of streaming service out there, such as Apple Podcast if you have an iPhone, or you can go to Google Podcast or Android through the Google Play Store, or you can find us on iHeartRadio, you can find us on SoundCloud, you can find us on Spotify, any of the above. Go to the podcast section and look for On the Blue Line Podcast with Wayne Mulder. And I would really encourage and appreciate if you would take a minute to subscribe to that channel. That would be a huge help. The second thing is watch. If you are watching this video, as soon as it's done, this should be linked up on YouTube. If you would find that little button down there on the bottom where it says subscribe and subscribe, you'll have access to not only our Monday morning roll call podcast that we push out to video, but also other periodic videos we do on things that are good news stories that law enforcement are involved in. So lastly, what I would like you to do is join. So there's no fee, there's no cost to the podcast. There is no cost to the YouTube channel, and there is no cost to join the community. We are currently at Facebook on the Blue Line Guild. On the Blue Line Guild, I encourage you to go there, check out what we're doing, join the closed Facebook group, and join the conversation. As that group builds up, we're going to be starting a community on its own network separate from Facebook, and that is already in the works, so keep an eye out for a community button joining on the website here, and be sure to click on that. If you are sick and tired of the current media's negativity towards law enforcement, the rhetoric that is out there, and the lack of an honest and true perspective for those out there on the front lines every day doing the job, then I encourage you to join us. Join On the Blue Line. Be sure to join our free podcast. Be sure to watch our videos, and be sure to stick with us, because great things are coming for not only for what we're doing, but also for the law enforcement community. Welcome.